Hi, welcome to a demonstration about the multimeter device. As you see, it's a multimeter. Its model is TT Technic MS8215. As you see, it's a knob here. You can adjust this knob for different purposes, and you can measure different quantities. And there is a button here to change the operation in this mode. For example, if you adjust knob here, it has 1, 2, 3 purposes, and clicking on this button you can change the purpose, and you can see on the screen, for example, there is an ohm symbol here. It measures the resistance. When you click once, you see mega ohm. When you click other, you see a diode symbol. It measures the diode and it understands the polarity of the diode, or is it working or not. And if you click once, there is a sound symbol here. It measures the continuity, or it measures the short circuit. Or for example, here it's used to measure the current. Now it's measuring DC current. When you click, you see a sinusoidal wave here. It's in yellow. When you click this button, yellow button, it will be AC. There is a warning here, AC. So it measures the AC current. Let's start how to use it. It's now in off mode. Now it's used to measure the AC voltage, and my multimeter adjusts the scale automatically. It has 4 connections here. There are 4 connections here. This is used for common connection. It's the negative side of voltage or current, or the negative terminal of the diode, and this is used for measuring voltage, capacitance, diodes, and resistance. This node is used to measure current in terms of microamps and milliamps, and this is used to measure current in terms of scale of amp. And as you see, these are the probes that I will use to measure quantities. This is in black color. I will insert it here because I will assume it's the negative terminal. And as you see, this is the red color. I will insert here because I will measure the voltage. Now, these are the needles of my probe. This is positive side, red. This is negative side, black. And I will measure the outlet voltage. Yes, as you see, it's an outlet socket. I wish it has 220 volts RMS, and the multimeter measures the RMS value of AC voltage. Now I'm touching, and as you see, I'm reading 230 volts. Okay, it's the voltage of RMS voltage of electricity in Turkey. Then the next one is I will use the multimeter as a voltmeter again, and now I will measure DC voltage because there are 2 lines on this V symbol, and there is a sine wave on this symbol, and it's used for measuring AC voltages. It's used for measuring DC voltages. Now I will measure some DC voltage. I will measure 2 batteries, and this battery says this side is negative, so I will touch the black terminal to this and red to that. And as you see, my multimeter reads DC 9.5 5 volts. So it's a transistor 9-volt battery, as you see. And the other one is the same battery. I'm reading it, and as you see, it shows 0.6 volts because it's an exhausted battery. It's an used battery. It cannot supply 9 volts. And the other knob, the other mode is used to measure voltage in terms of millivolts. So I will measure my exhausted battery in this, and as you see, it cannot read because it's a high voltage for millivolts. So I can only measure small voltages in this mode. Cannot read, or it cannot read the other value because they are high voltages for this mode. I need some small voltage, and I have a power supply. I will try to give a very small voltage from that to show the millivolt reading to you. Now, as you see, it reads, it's 4.6 millivolts. I'm getting this voltage from my power supply, electronic power supply. And the other mode is used to measure resistance, diodes, and continuity. I adjusted it into read the resistance. So if I touch these two, it's approximately 0 ohms. It's just 0 ohms, very good reading. And here I have a resistor. I will read the value of it. Look, I have a resistor here. I'm reading the value, and it automatically adjusts the scale. It says approximately 27 ohms. And if I change the polarity, I touch the probes in reverse direction, reverse polarity. As you see, there is no change because the resistor has no polarity. And if I click on yellow button, you see a diode symbol here. It's used to understand the polarity of diodes. Look, there is a diode here. It's a diode. And I touch the probes in one side. So there is nothing. It means I am touching incorrectly. I'm changing the polarity, and I see some value. So it means the red side is positive and the black side is the negative terminal of this diode. And if I click once more, you see a sound symbol here. Now it understands the continuity like this. If it reads a very small resistance, it beeps. So for example, you want to understand if there is a connection between some cable, between some points, you can use this mode. For example, there is a cable here, and you wonder which terminal is touching to which one. You can understand this using this property of the multimeter. One node is here and the other is here. So as you see, this terminal is touching to this. This is a cable, as you see. And the middle terminal is touching to this. As you see, there is no beep if I touch the other terminals. and this one is touching to this. So I understand that there is no discontinuity in this cable. It's working. And this mode is used to measure the capacitance, and as you see, I do not need to change the probes. I can read the value of a capacitor here. There is a capacitor here. Okay, I will read the value. As you see, the capacitance of this guy is approximately 1 millifarad, or excuse me, 1 microfarad. Okay, approximately 1 microfarad. And I will explain the usage of these modes in following courses, in following demos. And while using these, I have to change this knob to here or here. Thanks.